The award-winning novel Each Little Bird That Sings, 2005, fearlessly tackles a difficult and often avoided subject with a mix of humor and grace, making it a rare gem in fiction for young readers. Written by the acclaimed author Deborah Wiles, the book seamlessly blends elements of tearjerker and coming-of-age tales. Set in a small fictional town called Snapfinger, Mississippi, the story follows the life of 10-year-old Comfort Snowburger, who hails from a family that owns a funeral parlor. Growing up surrounded by death, Comfort has become accustomed to the topic, finding it mundane and not at all threatening. However, her perspective changes drastically when a tragic accident hits close to home, forcing her to confront the emotions and complexities of loss. Comfort lives with her parents, older brother Tidings, little sister Mary, beloved great-uncle Edisto, great-great-aunt Florentine, her loyal black Labrador Dismay, and her sometimes irritating younger cousin, Peach. Her best friend, Declaration Johnson, has been by her side since they were 4 years old. Having attended numerous funerals throughout her young life, Comfort is no stranger to the natural processes of death and mourning. She even takes on unique roles like baking casseroles for the guests and writing her own version of the newspaper's obituary column, Life Notices by Comfort Snowburger, explorer, recipe tester, and funeral reporter. Despite their solemn profession, Comfort's family maintains an upbeat attitude, often relying on a gallows humor approach to cope with the topic of dying. However, the family's jovial outlook is challenged when they face a heartbreaking loss. Great-uncle Edisto, whom Comfort was particularly close to, passes away on a day the Snowburgers had planned to go on a picnic. The loss deeply affects Comfort, and a few weeks later, they face yet another tragedy as great-great-aunt Florentine peacefully departs while tending to her lavender bushes. Amidst the bustling preparations at the funeral home, the Snowburger family faces the emotional aftermath of losing beloved relatives. In the midst of this, Comfort's longtime best friend, Declaration, unexpectedly ends their friendship. The two girls have grown apart, with Comfort embracing her tomboyish nature while Declaration dives into new interests like fashion and growing up. Feeling hurt and confused by the sudden rift, Comfort is tasked with taking care of her 8-year-old cousin, Peach, who struggles to cope with the idea of attending the funeral. To Comfort, Peach's behavior seems unreasonable and babyish, adding to her overwhelming grief over the loss of her beloved great-uncle Edisto and great-great-aunt Florentine. On the day of the funeral, while heading towards the cemetery with Declaration and Peach, things take a dramatic turn. Declaration taunts Peach about the burial place, pushing him until he runs off towards a nearby lake. As Comfort and her cousin chase after him, a sudden storm triggers a flash flood, transforming the lake into a dangerous river. With the water level rising, Comfort realizes they must find higher ground and quickly climbs up a nearby oak tree with Peach. However, Dismay, the family's Labrador, is unable to climb high enough to stay above the water. In a desperate attempt to save both her cousin and the dog, Peach holds onto Dismay's collar, but this only leads to both of them ending up underwater. In a moment of crisis, Comfort makes a tough decision. She pries her cousin's fingers off Dismay's collar, saving him but leaving the loyal dog to float away alone in the rapidly moving water. The decision Comfort made to save Peach's life was heart-wrenching but undoubtedly necessary. As the storm subsides, both children are eventually rescued from the oak tree by their fathers. The Snowburger family is deeply shaken by how close they came to losing Comfort. Sadly, Dismay, the loyal Labrador, is missing, and it remains uncertain whether the dog survived the flood. Comfort is overwhelmed with guilt, blaming herself for what happened to Dismay, making it difficult for her to join the search party organized by her family. In her distress, Comfort also holds Declaration accountable, believing that if Declaration hadn't picked a fight with Peach at the cemetery, they wouldn't have been caught in the flood. Nevertheless, the shared experiences, including the loss of Dismay, bring Comfort and Peach closer together. Over time, Declaration discovers Dismay's dog collar near a drainage ditch close to Lake Tallahoma, implying that Dismay has indeed passed away. The whole town of Snapfinger gathers for a touching memorial service in honor of the beloved dog. During the service, Declaration becomes acutely aware of how she let Comfort down. She sincerely apologizes, and the girls agree to mend their friendship and give it another chance. The book concludes as Declaration decides to be kind to Peach, spending time playing marbles with him. A sense of healing and reconciliation begins to fill the air as the three friends strive to move forward together. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.